Hey there, welcome to another episode of Hang Out with me in my kitchen space. In today's episode, I'm here to do a recipe that was requested. I previously posted a poll on what type of cake I should do without an oven, and most of you suggested the red velvet cake. I've also done a similar red velvet cake but using an oven, and if you haven't checked out that recipe, please do. And these are the list of ingredients that I'm going to be using. And from this corner, I have some salt, some self-raising flour, my vinegar, vanilla essence, some margarine, but you can also use butter. I have some milk, sugar, an egg. In here we have some cocoa powder, some red food color, and some baking soda. I have some cooking oil. And without further ado, let's get started. So first, I'll start by forming my buttermilk, and I'm going to list all the exact quantities down in the description box. If you're using a PC, below the title, you're going to see somewhere written see more. You should click on that. And if at all you're using a phone, at the rightmost corner, there is an arrow pointing downwards. Click on that arrow and you'll be able to see the exact ingredients that I'm using in today's recipe. Secondly, I'm going to add my dry ingredients, and here I have my cocoa, my baking soda, and the red food color. And remember, I told you that red velvet cake is a red chocolate cake, so you have to include your cocoa powder. Also, in today's recipe, I am not using any machine, so I'm going to be using my jiko, and I'm trying to make this recipe as simple as possible so you can also get to try. And here I've added 2 tablespoons of my margarine. I'm also going to go in with 2 tablespoons of some cooking oil, and I'm going to mix this till everything blends in together. Then I'll go in with my sugar. I'm going to add in my salt, just a pinch. I'm also going to add my vanilla essence. Also, remember to reach out to the sides of your tin so that you can blend everything in. And I'm also going to go in with my egg. Then I'm going to add my flour, alternating it with my milk. So as you can see, we are done, and how easy was that? So I'm just going to scrape off my sides so that I can blend everything in together for the last time. Then we can proceed to the baking. So for today, I'm using this pan of mine, and I'm going to start by spreading some cooking oil. Kiasi tu. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to add some parchment paper because I've not added a lot of oil. So if at all you do not have a parchment paper, you can add some oil, then you dust it with some cocoa powder or some flour. And there are a few ways in how you can bake your cake without an oven, and this is just one of them. Then we are going to transfer our butter in here. Then I'm just going to spread it all around. Then I'm also going to tap it to release the air bubbles. Then let's proceed to the other side. So let's talk about how we are going to go about it. If at all you're going to be using this normal pan, the light pan, you might consider using this, and then you just place it here and then you funic here and bake it, because this is very light, this is heavy at the bottom, so I do not need this. So I'm going to put my fire on low, and by low I simply mean that this is not coming into direct contact with this, because moto ya gas inakuanga mingi kuliko ya oven, so you might want to consider putting it on very low. And then if at all you have a foil paper, you can use it to cover this, but I do not have, so I'm going to be using my parchment paper. I'm going to cover it like this, or you can also funikia it with your normal kifuniko, it's also going to work. So I'm going to proceed to bake this till a toothpick inserted at the center comes out clean, and yeah, that's how you basically know that your cake is ready. I'm here to check on my cake, and wow, look at this. So everywhere that I insert my toothpick, it comes out clean, and this means that my cake is ready. Kuna kapati kamebakia hapa, but that's not to worry about. So let's proceed to the other side, and we let our cake cool before we can do some icing.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
This is perfect.
And that's where it all started. So I was becoming impatient because my whipped cream was ready, and as you know, you do not allow your whipped cream to sit on the countertop for long, otherwise it's going to lose its structure. So I decided that I should carry my cake around so that it can cool a little bit faster. So I overestimated the weight of my cake, and so I lifted it with all the energies. And because of inertia of motion, Newton's law, the cake went and went as it was venting. Straight to the sink. Luckily, there was no water in the sink. So this is what I managed to salvage. Good cake is good cake, and I love good cake. And this was not going to stop me from icing the cake, because I was planning to half the cake and stack one half on top of the other. But it seems like we were going to stack 1/4 on top of the other. And on that note, let's dig in.
Wow, this is good. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. I also hope you're going to try this recipe. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye.